Hello everybody and welcome to my Module 12 walkthrough. We're going to go ahead and kick things off here in dbeaver and just go through the database a little bit, and then we'll jump over to Postman and I'll show you a couple endpoints, and then we'll finish up in our VS Code. So looking here at dbeaver, in our database, these are our lists of all the tables we have. We did have data already seeded, but as you can see, we've been adding things here that are up and running. So here in this restaurants table, you can see that we've added a couple of restaurants down here at the bottom from the list that was already seeded, as well as addresses. And I'll just kind of click through these quick. Products table was already seeded for us with customers. We have added one or two new people here just to prove that it works. Product orders are generating along with orders. And then we have employees, customers, couriers, and they're all intertwined amongst each other. So jumping over to Postman just to show you a couple of these endpoints that we have created in our code and that are up and working. We'll go ahead and start here with create restaurant. Okay, I've already had things filled out here, but in our database, again in our restaurants, we see that our very last one is Pat's 5. So coming over here, see a 201 created, and then there's all the info. Refresh here, and we see brand new up here, as well as the associated address that we just created along with the user that we provided. I'll jump back. Okay, and then jumping back over here, we'll go ahead and we're going to use that user, so ID 49, and we will create a new order. Or actually, he's not in our customers table yet, so we'll create an order with somebody we already have in our customers table. So last one, we'll use number 5 here. Jumping over, call customer 5. Again, we've already filled some of this stuff out. 25 is the item for that. Save 27, call it item 28, item 30. 2 of those. I have 3 of these. How about 4? Okay, so expanding out just a little bit. Different products in there. You can also change the restaurant rating. We really like this place. We'll give it a 4. Creating that, we got a 201 down here. Make sure all that changed. Customer ID is at 5. And then we see everything that we actually ordered down here. Making sure that populated over here in our actual orders. And we see that order 56 popped up for customer number 5 from restaurant 13. So it did assign us a courier. And we can see that over here is Odell Simmons. He is in our database as well. Perfect. And then order status is pending as well. Okay. Okay. So this also populated in our product orders. We can see for that order that we just created, order 56, right? Boom. And there are the quantity that we ordered. Product IDs, everything. Okay. So this information is then used when we want to see orders by type. So that was restaurant 13. Let's see if we can search and find that order or those orders. So this is now going to be a list of all the orders for restaurant 13. So it looks like we had customer Smirks create an order. He created lots of orders. This was in an earlier testing phase. We'll go ahead and scroll down here to the bottom in hopes to find that one we just created. So the one we just created was ID 56. There it is. Odell Simmons, yep, this looks like it. And there's everything that we actually ordered. Awesome. Okay, so jumping over to VS Code on just how this endpoint kind of works a little bit deeper. Starting here in our services, we have a create order and just kind of walking through. I've added comments in here so you can see exactly what each section is doing as well. We're setting default for the order status. We're assigning a next courier, which we've added a method down below that actually will rotate those couriers upon subsequent orders, just so the same courier is not assigned to do different times. We can change that logic if we need to, based on maybe status order or whatever, or status of that courier, sorry. And then you can see we're returning the order right here and then into the list. And like I said, here's some of the logic we use to assign the next courier, as well as some of the other functions. And then working down a little bit lower, we get to where we can actually update the order status on some of that. So it automatically defaults to a pending status. As you can see at the bottom of this Postman, you see that all the statuses are pending. So now let's actually go into that order and update that order status. So we're going to update order 56, and we want to make sure that it is delivered. Jumping over to body, this down a little bit. Boom. Go ahead and hit send. Okay, got the OK that says it was delivered. We'll go in here, make sure our orders were actually delivered or updated. Okay, we see that the status was set to 1. We refresh. Now it is set to 3. So that is working as it should. And you can see that those order statuses are listed all over here. So like I said, pending is there, delivered is 3, canceled, and then if we needed to null it out. Awesome. One last quick thing, jumping back into VS Code. Another area of this module 12 was test creation and generation for endpoints. So on this file, restaurant API test, I've actually added all the tests that I have created and working so far. So just clicking on a couple of them to make sure they're running and working. You see we can set fake or mock data in here, and then it'll actually run through the actual endpoints that we are testing to then just make sure it works as it should. I won't click through all of them because it does take a little bit of time. We're waiting for these arrows down here to kind of click through, give us a check mark or an X on whether it worked or not. Oh, there you go. And you see we got one check. We are still running a test up here. So get all restaurants does work. Test parameters. Got a restaurant. Post. Working on down. So I will let you take my word for it, or you can click in here yourself to see if these tests are actually firing and running. But for right now, this is my Module 12 walkthrough. Thank you very much.